Today, I'm going from Tokyo to Kyoto on local trains only, which is not a smart thing to do because this is Japan's bullet train. It goes from Tokyo to Kyoto in 2 hours. It costs $100 and it's absolutely perfect. But I don't have $100. I have this. The Seishun 18. This is a legendary ticket that restricts me to only the slowest and most grueling local trains. Most people use this ticket to go on a leisurely 2 or 3 day journey, but I don't have 2 or 3 days. I missed my flight to Japan and now I need to cross 300 miles and make 11 perfect transfers to be in Kyoto by sunset today. Why? A watch. A shop in Kyoto is holding a rare watch that's out of stock everywhere else in the country. If I make it by sunset, then it's mine. If I don't, this whole thing is for nothing. Trying to get on the first express train of the day. Let's get to work. Oh my God, it's empty in here. Hopefully my pass works. I think I'm in the right place. We're about to find out. No watch. A watch wouldn't have helped me figure out the Narita Express anyways, because as I'd soon learn, turns out every single car on this train is reserved only. Okay, I don't think I can take this train. Moreover, the Narita Express requires entirely different tickets. Okay, update. Well, I certainly cannot take the Narita Express. I can take the Sobu Line Rapid, which is right back where I was. Pretty sure that says train will be here soon. My ticket, the Seishun 18. Seishun actually means youth, so it's intended for younger people and me, I guess. That's why I can't get on the fastest, fanciest trains. It's a budget ticket, made for budget travel. Private car. Well, this is home for the next hour and a half. This will take me all the way to Tokyo Station, where I will transfer to the Tokaido line. That transfer will be one of the hardest of this entire trip, but I'm not going to worry about that now. Looks like we might get a sunrise on this trip. I should also mention that it's a Sunday, and I'm hoping that means it won't be as crowded on these trains today. I guess we'll see. My wish for an uncrowded train would slowly fade away, and so too would my wish for a sunrise. Nothing but overcast so far today. But that's okay. I'm not in it for the weather, I'm in it for the watch. Welcome to Tokyo. We got not a lot of time to cover quite a lot of ground. I would suggest visiting Tokyo for more than 13 minutes, but that's all we have time for today. We are starting this transfer 5 floors below ground. We need to get above ground. I think I could have stayed on that train and avoided Tokyo Station. Well, now I've lost the signs for the Tokaido line. Oh, over here. $8:32? No watch. Oh no, is this it? Oh man, I believe this 8:32 train is the one I want. Atomic. Okay, maybe it's this one. I don't know what train to get on, but I did find coffee. This train only goes to Shinagawa, which is not far enough. Hope I'm making the right call, but I'm not getting on. My hope was that the train leaving Tokyo would be on the less crowded side, and it sort of was. But it is hot. And what's that over there? A bullet train. It's going where we're going. Just faster. We're riding our train all the way until it terminates 2 hours away in Atami. In the meantime, I should mention that the transit systems in Japan are robust. You can get anywhere by train in this country, but there are a lot of overlapping train options to get lost on. Big, busy stations, and a language barrier that doesn't help either. Trust Google Maps, take your time, and you'll be on your way to seeing incredible views out the window. Eventually, the train would get crowded. The woman next to me would leave, and even though there were still people standing, no one joined me. But I get it. I'm not from here. And then, there it was. Unmistakable. But I think we'll get better views later. Welcome to Atami. The moment the doors open, everyone made a mad dash across the platform. Well, I didn't. End of the line. This is my train. What I thought was a 13-minute layover was actually just 2. So that means I'm standing for the foreseeable future. And I kind of could use a bathroom. All of that is actually okay though, because I've been sitting for hours, and I think the views on this leg of the journey are going to be the best we've had yet. For anyone keeping track, this will be our longest ride yet, traveling more than 90 miles and making 34 stops in about 2.5 hours. And this section of the line is somewhat notorious. Most seasoned Seishun riders will recommend avoiding it altogether, and frankly I can see why. The section is long, cars move slow, the seats face inwards, it's crowded, and there's not a ton to look at after Mount Fuji. But there is a beauty to the everyday scenery in a place that's as different as Japan. Houses, shops, and clothing are familiar, though distinctly different. But when you've got a deadline, and when everything is a rush, you have to consciously remember to see the beauty in the mundane. And then we stopped. At first I thought it was to let this train go by, but after a while, we were still stopped. So I checked Google Maps and found this. And this is bad news. But this is good news. In Shizuoka, almost everyone else got off the train, and I finally got a seat. But now, I really need to use the bathroom. We've got 2 more hours until that might be an option in Hamamatsu. At this point in the day, I'm getting really hungry. I haven't eaten anything yet. And that's a real shame, because I just got a notification that these were delivered to my place back in the States. These are David protein bars. They're the best bars I've ever eaten, and that's why I'm thrilled that they're sponsoring this video. In fact, this whole sponsorship came about because they saw me eat them for dinner in a previous video. The 3 things I love most about David are 1. These bars are delicious. With most bars, I eat a few and then get sick of them, and then they sit in my cupboard until they expire and I throw them out. With David, I have to consciously limit myself to 1 bar a day. Otherwise, I'll eat the whole box in just a couple days. The texture and taste is just perfect. The second reason I love David is the macronutrient profile. This chocolate chip cookie dough bar has 28 grams of protein, 0 grams of sugar, all with just 150 calories. 75% of the calories in David come from protein. There's no other bar in existence that can say that. And the third reason I love David is that they're offering my viewers a special deal where if you order 4, the 5th one is free as long as you use the link below or the QR code on the screen. If you don't want to wait, you can also get them at Target, Walmart, Kroger, Publix, and others, including the Ronkonkoma Long Island Railroad Station. And while I get to finish this bar here, sadly I don't have any back in Japan. New plan, we're late. Oh no. If you're following along at home, I just got off the train, realized the train I was about to get on was going backwards towards Atami, and got right back on the previous train. We're supposed to be in Hamamatsu right now, but I almost stranded myself 3 stops too early because the delay confused me. And unfortunately, we're on our way to missing the next connection. I officially missed the train I wanted to be on, not because of the bathroom, because of the delay. Got about 4 minutes. I'd love to get something to eat, but I think I'm just gonna get coffee. Platform 3, right this way. Missing that connection means I'm about 15 minutes behind now. I think I still have a shot of getting this watch, but if I miss another connection, might be in trouble. I'll tell you what, not having a watch sure does make this whole thing quite a bit more challenging. Well, now my next train is late. Obviously, this is not good. This is going the wrong way. Which was actually correct for this train. This was the train's final stop going east, so all the previous riders got off before we got on for a 30-minute ride to Toyohashi. When we arrive, it'll be a sprint. Until then, this train is pretty cool. Take a look for yourself. I thought I had a chance to make the rapid train, but nope, missed that one too. Luckily, there's another rapid train in a few minutes, so let's get some food. I decided against getting food because the line is too long and my train is here. If I'm not mistaken, this is the first time today I've been sitting down and facing forward at the same time. And it's way better. But it wouldn't be long before more delays. I don't know what any of the announcements mean, but it's safe to say the news is not good. But there's nothing you can do other than take a deep breath, adjust your plans to the best of your ability, and move on. How about this for good news? I thought I was going to have to get off at Nagoya and board another train to Oaki. Turns out, being late means this train goes all the way to Oaki to begin with. Actually, what happened is that I originally scheduled a 20-minute break in Nagoya. That break is no longer an option, because this rapid train is the best chance I have of getting my watch back in play. So I'm gonna try and relax, just for a little bit. The shadows are getting long. My deadline is looming and missed it. Missed it by about 10 minutes. Next one comes in 20. All right, here's the deal. I'm going to miss my deadline. And in fact, I think I already have. I'm not sure about that. So I'm gonna continue to Kyoto and see what happens. I believe I'll get there around 5:30, but I'm really not sure. This doesn't guarantee that I don't get the watch, but it certainly makes things more difficult. Either way, I guess we had fun. Whatever this train is awesome. Eventually, it started snowing and the sun set, and I have no idea what's going on. Now, it's 4:48 p.m. and we're still stuck in Oaki. My watch could get sold to someone else in 12 minutes, and it looks like several trains, including mine, are running late. Incredibly late. All of a sudden, the hundreds of people waiting on the platform just walked away. Initially, I feared the worst. This could mean that trains are canceled. And if they are, I have no idea what to do. But after climbing back into the station, everyone descended back down to a different platform. I'm going to use my context clues and say that the train's now coming on platform 1. Or at least I hope so. This whole thing is a new experience for me. Last time I was in Japan, I remember conductors apologizing for a train that arrived 1 minute late. I thought that Japanese trains ran on time, all of the time, no matter what. But that is wrong. And then, this. Finally, after a 70-minute delay, we're moving. I'm pretty sure the watch will be gone by the time we get there, but there's only one way to find out. Just saw my first foreigner of the entire day, if you can believe that. But it is after 7, time to go see about a watch. When I arrived at Yodobashi, the salesman informed me that the watch was sold the second my hold expired. Limited edition Japanese exclusive watches are hard to come by. But the purpose of a watch is really just to tell you when the next train leaves the station. And any of these will do that job just fine. If you want to see more of what I get up to in Japan, then hit subscribe so you don't miss the next one. And until then, I think you'll enjoy this one. And thanks for watching. It really does mean so much to me.